heavy price of conflict, war and its devastating consequences. Throughout human history, conflict has played a significant role in shaping nations. While some view war as a necessary tool to defend territory or political values, the reality is often much darker. War is not merely a series of battles between organized armies. It is a catastrophic event that brings widespread destruction. The consequences of war extend far beyond the immediate battlefield, leaving lasting scars on people, economies, and the planet for generations. The most immediate and tragic consequence of war is the loss of human life. Beyond the soldiers who fall in combat, many innocent civilians become unintended victims of violence. The physical injuries sustained during conflicts are often permanent, but the psychological impact is equally profound. Many survivors suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, which can affect their ability to function in daily life long after the fighting has ceased. This loss of life and mental well-being creates a cycle of grief that is difficult for any society to break. Furthermore, war causes immense economic damage. Modern warfare requires massive amounts of resources, often draining a country's budget and leading to extreme levels of national debt. The destruction of vital infrastructure such as roads, bridges, power plants, and schools makes it incredibly difficult for a nation to recover. When essential services are destroyed, the economy suffers, leading to high unemployment rates and widespread poverty. Rebuilding these systems can take decades and often requires enormous international financial support. In addition to economic loss, war leads to social and environmental instability. Large-scale conflicts often result in the displacement of millions of people, creating massive refugee crises. Families are forced to flee their homes, leaving behind their culture, possessions, and history. Moreover, the environment often pays a heavy price. The use of explosives, chemical agents, and the destruction of natural habitats can cause long-term ecological damage that affects the health of future generations. In conclusion, the impact of war is far-reaching and devastating. It destroys lives, collapses economies, and destabilizes societies. While political tensions may lead to the decision to fight, the ultimate cost is always paid by the innocent. Therefore, it is essential for global leaders to prioritize diplomacy and peaceful negotiations over military action to prevent such widespread suffering in the future. Vocabulary list. Questions. Based on the passage above, determine whether each statement is true or false. 1. The author believes that war only affects the soldiers involved in the fighting. 2. Psychological trauma, such as PTSD, can affect people long after a war has ended. 3. According to the text, the destruction of schools and bridges is a form of infrastructure damage. 4. War can actually help a country's economy grow by requiring more resources. 5. The passage suggests that rebuilding a nation after a conflict is usually a very fast process. 6. Displacement refers to people being forced to leave their homes due to conflict. 7. Environmental damage from war is often temporary and does not affect future generations. 8. The text states that the loss of life in war includes both combatants and civilians. 9. The author argues that diplomacy is less important than military action in resolving tensions. 10. High levels of national debt can be a result of the high cost of modern warfare.